just don't want to become obsessed with losing the weight and becoming somebody that I'm not.
Hi, can I please talk to Dr. Nowzarden?
Okay, ma'am, who's calling?
Shauna Collins.
Okay.
So you're on track to be the world's heaviest person if something doesn't change. But that progress won't last long if we're not able to address a number of other issues with him after surgery.
Stays at the facility and gets the help she needs, her weight can still continue to go up.
Here to see Dr. Proctor?
Yes, ma'am. I'm walking into Dr. Proctor's office. I'm nervous because
Not quite in the 200s, but I'm really close. It's pretty much there, so I'm happy with that.
Number 10, Shauna Collins. Early in the year 2020, the show My 600 Pound Life provided viewers with an introduction to Shauna Collins' journey, shedding light on her difficulties with her weight and how she viewed her body. The young woman, who was 23 years old at the time, lived in Kansas City, Missouri with her mother at the time. She was struggling with a weight that was getting close to 700 pounds when she applied to be on the show. She was looking for a transformational shift. Her first encounter with Dr. Now Nowzarden, more frequently known simply as Dr. Now, was a defining point in her life. During the course of this appointment, Shauna discussed both her current state of health and her goals. According to her own words, "I'm hoping that if I can lose like Dr. Now tells me to lose and I can move down to Texas, that he'll tell me that I can do this program." Unfortunately, despite all of Shauna's hard work, she was only able to lose 1 pound of the 80 pounds that Dr. Nowzarden had advised her to aim for as her initial weight loss goal.
So why didn't you call me again and ask for it?
I was afraid you'd be mad at me, but I was too scared to go, because I never found the papers with his diet and stuff. Hi, can I please talk to Dr. Nowzarden?
Okay, ma'am, who's calling?
Shauna Collins.
Okay.
At your weight, if you stick to the diet, you should very easily lose at least 80 pounds over the next 2 months.
This goal was rather ambitious. According to the report, she didn't meet the requirements necessary to qualify for weight loss surgery, which is a substantial intervention that participants frequently strive to be eligible for. Although it's admirable that she was able to lose 30 pounds, her progress wasn't sufficient to meet the standards for the procedure. Dr. Nowzarden shared with Shauna in a heart-to-heart talk that he would be open to continuing his professional relationship with her in the event that she had shed an additional 50 pounds, in addition to addressing her underlying concerns of her mental health and addiction. The advice that Dr. Nowzarden provided carried with it a significant message that emphasized Shauna's crucial turning point. He said, "I know it's very hard when you're alone, but you need to decide if you want to change your situation and live, or if you want to continue on this path you're on." He acknowledged that being by yourself may be quite challenging. Because of their excessive obesity, patients in weight loss surgeries run a significant risk of experiencing complications throughout the course of the procedure. The gravity of the situation is further highlighted by this fact, and it's imperative that we give the path that lies ahead our full attention and dedication.
I also stopped snacking, and I stopped drinking soda too, because I was so scared and nervous to call you. I thought you would just kick me out of the program altogether.
Well, I hope that's true, but I thought you made it to your goal. So this is what we're gonna do.
If you do that, then we'll consider you for weight loss surgery.
Why should we get mad at you because you lost something?
I don't know, I just thought you'd get mad.
Number 9, Robin Ann Garrett. The story of Robin McKinley and her nephew Garrett Rogers on My 600 Pound Life is a testament to remarkable transformation and resilience, exemplifying their determination to conquer obesity and embrace a healthier life. Their journey, which was chronicled in a 2019 episode of the show, has continued to inspire viewers even in the year 2023. When they first appeared on the show, Robin McKinley was 40 years old and grappling with a weight of 648 pounds, while her nephew Garrett Rogers, aged 20, weighed 607 pounds. Their decision to seek guidance from the esteemed bariatric surgeon Dr. Now Nowzarden, or Dr. Now, marked a pivotal moment in their lives. Originally, Robin's brother Chris was slated to undergo treatment with Dr. Now as well. Tragically, a heart attack incapacitated Chris, preventing him from making the journey to Houston, Texas from their home state of Kansas. In a remarkable display of support and determination, Garrett stepped in to take his father's place, forging ahead alongside Robin and her husband James. The duo wholeheartedly embraced Dr. Now's prescribed diet and exercise regimen, even in the face of challenges. For Robin, who battled bad knees, the physical hurdles were substantial, yet she pushed herself to overcoming them. Garrett, while resolute in his commitment to weight loss, also grappled with the responsibility of aiding his father's care back home. The results of their weight loss surgery have been nothing short of astounding in terms of the progress that they've made.
So I'm only gonna have the strength and stamina to do this for a limited amount of time. I'm interested in your weight loss program.
Okay, but yet you decided you want to as well.
And even the weight of my arms to wash my hair wears my arms out now.
So you're on track to be the world's heaviest person if something doesn't change.
Everything is a struggle when you get to my size.
You're 20 years old?
Yes.
That's a lot of weight gain in a short time at that age.
Even getting around the scooter, I'm in a lot of pain.
The result of all of Robin's hard work was a loss of 254 pounds, which brought her weight down to 395 pounds, a remarkable reduction. Equally noteworthy is the accomplishment that Garrett accomplished by losing 270 pounds and reaching a weight of 337 pounds in total. Their success wasn't limited to the phase in which they initially shed some pounds. The unanticipated difficulty posed by the COVID-19 epidemic, which created exceptional obstacles in the way of preserving their progress, was met with tenacity and determination by Robin and Garrett. They weren't deterred by Dr. Now's worries about returning to the atmosphere in which they initially struggled with maintaining a healthy weight. Their unflinching resolve served as a source of motivation for everyone around them. In the annals of my 600-pound life, the journey that Robin and Garrett took stands out as one of the most remarkable examples of triumph. Their unyielding determination and the resilience of their spirit are on full display, as seen by the fact that not only did they achieve their desired weight loss, but they also managed to keep the weight off. They become a source of inspiration as a result of their resiliency and the transforming journey that they have undertaken. They have shown that the route to a healthier life is feasible even in the face of tremendous hurdles if one maintains perseverance and surrounds themselves with a supporting network.
The relationship?
Husband, nephew.
Okay. It's good to meet you all. Where you all coming from?
I come over to help Robin every day. She has struggles with her mobility, and she has a hard time doing stuff on her own.
I'm James.
Okay.
Nice to meet you, sir.
And you're?
I'm Garrett.
All right, Andy.
Awesome.
Straw for your drink.
Thank you. Oh, so I'm only gonna have the strength and stamina to do this for a limited amount of time. I'm interested in your weight loss program.
Okay. But yet you decided you want to as well.
Number 8, Frederick Barnes. Frederick Barnes, a participant of My 600-Pound Life's 9th season, left viewers on a cliffhanger as his weight loss journey concluded with uncertainty, prompting curiosity about his current status.
I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery. Thanks. Since you did the hard work, okay? But that progress won't last long if we're not able to address a number of other issues with him after surgery. I'm going to do some testing on you to make sure that you're going to tolerate weight loss surgery without any complications.
I'll take that number. I'm impressed with myself right now because I did something that was really hard. Hey, Doc, what's up?
All right, you're doing better. And you lost 77 pounds.
The show, which first debuted in 2012, has consistently introduced individuals struggling with obesity, aiming to shed pounds and revolutionize their lives. Frederick Barnes entered the spotlight in Season 9, Episode 2 in 2021 when he unveiled his daunting struggle. Residing in Florida, Frederick weighed a staggering 740 pounds and was heavily reliant on his mother for his basic needs. The burden of his weight not only impeded his daily activities, but also gave rise to a multitude of health complications, most notably lymphedema, which affected his lower body. A pivotal turning point emerged after an unexpected hospitalization left Frederick confronting the dire consequences of his condition. In response, he sought the assistance of renowned bariatric surgeon Dr. Younam Nazarudin, a beacon of hope in his quest for transformation. Embracing Dr. Now's rigorous dietary plan marked a pivotal phase in Thederic's journey, though initial compliance presented challenges. Collaborating with a nutritionist proved essential as he navigated through identifying foods that hindered his progress. As his commitment deepened, the scale began to reflect his determination, with Thederic successfully reducing his weight to 615 pounds. The tangible progress earned him the coveted approval from Dr. Now for bariatric surgery. Regrettably, the pursuit of surgery unveiled an unforeseen health complication: Thederic's weakened heart. This diagnosis mandated a shift in his path, prompting medical professionals to advocate for further weight loss before pursuing the surgery. Thederic's My 600-Pound Life narrative reached a bittersweet juncture marked by disappointment as the journey neared its conclusion. The medical guidance, while disheartening, emphasized the imperative nature of prioritizing his overall well-being. As Thederic's time on the show concluded, his story encapsulated the intricate nature of transformative journeys. The obstacle he faced was not only his excessive weight, but also the underlying health intricacies that demanded careful consideration.
Exactly the goal of 80 pounds I gave you, but it's pretty close. So, since you lost that weight, thanks. Since you did the hard work, okay?
All right.
If Thederic loses another 50 pounds, that may be enough to reduce the strain on his heart. A lot of work to do with him before I feel confident he's going in the right direction for the long term.
But if not, then I'm gonna be shocked because I know I gave this my best.
His narrative underscored the significance of holistic health approaches, resilience, and unwavering dedication to achieving a healthier lifestyle. While his storyline concluded with questions, it serves as a testament to the multifaceted challenges individuals on similar journeys encounter, highlighting the importance of perseverance and adaptability in the face of uncertainty. Number 7. Tammy. In an exclusive episode of TLC's 1,000-Pound Sisters, tensions rise as Tammy interacts with her nurse Tisa, who is encouraging her to embrace exercise as she prepares for weight loss surgery. During their interaction, Tisa initiates a discussion about their plans for the day, suggesting the idea of going for a walk due to the favorable weather.
When I first got here, I couldn't hardly walk through the threshold, but I've been working on
good outside today. Let's think about that walk.
You're crazy.
Hey, you promised me.
I'm not feeling up to it. Don't try no more. I gave you my answer. Don't push the issue. I don't think she quite understands what pain tolerance I have.
What are you gonna do if we go to the swimming pool? You gonna have to get out and walk.
Her aim is to motivate Tammy to step out of her comfort zone with the ultimate goal of helping her transition away from her wheelchair. Tisa's aspiration is for Tammy to achieve a simple milestone, walking to the mailbox. In a confessional, Tisa elaborates on her intentions, stressing the importance of fostering some level of mobility for Tammy's overall well-being. Despite understanding Tammy's apprehension, Tisa expresses her sincere desire to witness Tammy make an effort. However, Tammy's perspective on the matter differs. She believes that Tisa might not fully comprehend the extent of the pain that she experiences and the challenges she faces daily. In Tammy's own words, she stated that she believed Tisa didn't fully grasp the extent of her pain tolerance and the daily challenges she faced just to stand up and go to the bathroom. This statement illustrates the intricate interplay between their viewpoints, with Tammy sensing that her difficulties might not be completely understood or valued. During their conversation, Tisa remains persistent, reiterating her belief in Tammy's capabilities and expressing her conviction that Tammy can indeed accomplish the task. Tammy, however, is resolute in her response. She asserts her decision with a firm tone, indicating that she's not receptive to further discussions on the matter. She also implies that pushing the issue might lead her to withdraw even further from the idea. This exchange illustrates the challenging dynamics at play where encouragement meets resistance, highlighting the complexity of personal transformation journeys.
She's hard to deal with when she's not happy, too. Hopefully we don't have problems with that this round.
I have an appointment with Dr. Smith coming up, but I'm struggling to do exercises because of the pain.
Stays at the facility and gets the help she needs. her weight can still continue to go up.
Grinding, the bones grind. So the whole therapy where you like stand up, sit down.
That is cute.
Look at the pants. It's pants.
I love it.
As the sneak peek offers a glimpse into Tammy's journey on 1,000-Pound Sisters, it underscores the intricate balance between motivation and understanding. The differing perspectives of both Tammy and Tisa reflect the multifaceted nature of addressing health challenges and working toward change. The episode holds the promise of delving deeper into their interaction, exploring the complexities of their relationship, and Tammy's ongoing efforts to navigate her weight loss journey. Number 6. Jessica Thompson. Jessica Thompson, who's grappling with endometrial cancer, kidney failure, and pulmonary embolisms, expresses her desire to reclaim her life and overcome her challenges.
Jessica, at 31 years old, is on her way to a quick grave. At a height of 5'4".
So since she's been through it, she's going to talk to me and give me her overall opinion and advice. Thanks for coming.
I was 715 pounds. I was on the verge of being completely homebound, and I was diagnosed with endometrial cancer.
By myself.
You're welcome. I'm glad I got to do it. Really glad.
But Jessica is one of the younger patients I've seen. She already has endometrial cancer.
Weighing 708 pounds, she encounters difficulties in performing basic tasks and is plagued by severe health issues. However, her concerns about the potential risks associated with weight loss surgery linger in her mind. At 32 years old, Jessica comprehends that bariatric weight loss surgery could offer her a viable path towards restoring her health. Seeking counsel, she invites her friend Amanda, who successfully shed weight, to share her perspective. In an exclusive interview from a Too Large episode, Jessica elaborates she invited her friend Amanda to come over. Amanda, who had her own experience with weight issues, is going to share her insights and offer overall opinions and advice. Amanda Register, recognized for chronicling her weight loss surgery on Family by the Ton, identifies striking similarities between Jessica's story and her own. Amanda reveals 3 years ago she weighed 715 pounds, teetering on the brink of being largely homebound, and received a diagnosis of endometrial cancer. However, her life took a turn when Dr. Proctor performed surgery, leading to a transformative change. She shed nearly 500 pounds, emerged cancer-free, and even entered marriage with another individual who had undergone weight loss surgery. This account underscores the remarkable impact of surgery on Amanda's life and her commitment to assisting others through life coaching, nutritional guidance, and wellness certification. She emphasizes the transformative impact of surgery and her subsequent mission to support others through her life coaching, nutritionist, and wellness certification. Jessica opens up to Amanda, confiding in her about her preparedness for change while acknowledging her reservations. She discloses she's observed Amanda's journey and it has acted as an inspiration for her to take action. She has witnessed how Amanda reclaimed her life, and this has ignited her desire to regain control of her own life. Jessica emphasizes her objective by achieving equilibrium in her transformation journey, steering clear of becoming consumed by weight loss to an extent that it alters her identity. Additionally, Jessica admits to Amanda that she's been exploring internet forums dedicated to weight loss surgery, a process that has both intrigued and unsettled her. She highlights the oscillation between accounts of success and disheartening narratives that have triggered her trepidation. She articulates, in those forums, there's a constant flux of experiences. She might read about everybody's accomplishments for 2 weeks, but then the following week, the discussions could revolve around hospitalization and unfortunate experiences. This statement poignantly captures the uncertainty and gravity surrounding the pivotal decision of weight loss surgery. Register comments in a separate interview that Thompson could potentially harbor reservations concerning weight loss surgery, yet underscores its crucial significance in preserving her life.
I just don't want to become obsessed with losing weight and becoming somebody that I'm not. You know, groups that I follow, I might read for 2 weeks, everybody's success.
Here to see Dr. Proctor?
Yes, ma'am. I'm walking into Dr. Proctor's office. I'm nervous because...
You want to talk about weight loss surgery?
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, good. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself.
The past 2 years have been hell.
It's evident that Jessica is displaying resistance towards considering surgery, and she seems to be rationalizing her reluctance, observes Register. She further elaborates, however, considering Jessica's current state of health, with existing health challenges, kidney problems, and a host of other issues, it's imperative for her to address her weight. The situation is bound to deteriorate if she doesn't take proactive steps. Number 5, Angie J. Angie J, whose full name is Angela Marie Dunham Jones, left an indelible mark as one of the most polarizing figures ever featured on the TLC show My 600 Pound Life.
I've been walking. I don't use a wheelchair no more or nothing.
Well, that's good progress.
And I'm going to a clinic here next week to get my weight checked and to check in with Dr. Now. Not quite in the 200s, but I'm really close. It's pretty much there, so I'm happy with that. And you know, she was right about Justin. So I made it a priority to make things right when I got back, being around family again. You know, after Dr. Now told me my sickness and pain after surgery was in my head.
Her life journey was marred by a tumultuous past, having emerged from a deeply troubling upbringing characterized by physical abuse. Her struggles with drug addiction during her young adult years further compounded the challenges she faced. Angie's path was undoubtedly riddled with adversity. In her debut on season 7 of the show, Angie entered the frame weighing 643 pounds, seeking the guidance of Dr. Nazaruddin to navigate her transformation. Her journey, accompanied by her family, led them from Ohio to Texas. However, the initial revelation was that Angie needed to shed a substantial amount of weight just to qualify for weight loss surgery, a stark wake-up call. Angie exhibited a strong-willed resistance to Dr. Now's recommendations, consistently dismissing his diet plan as bullshit. Adding to the viewer's frustration, it was unveiled that Angie had been undermining her own weight loss endeavors by grappling with drug abuse while under Dr. Now's care. This revelation left fans astounded and perplexed. Angie's episode concluded with a mere 49-pound weight loss over 8 months, leaving fans in a state of uncertainty about her future trajectory as a young wife and mother. Post-episode, Angie remained far from her weight loss objectives and wasn't granted clearance for surgery by Dr. Now. Yet the story took a turn, revealing a glimmer of resistance. She evidently committed to the process, demonstrating a renewed sense of determination by persevering under Dr. Now's guidance. However, during this period, her marital relationship with Justin faltered, ultimately leading to their separation. Adding to her challenges, her Texas home was reported burglarized. Despite these disheartening events, Angie displayed a remarkable tenacity in the face of adversity. She initiated a GoFundMe campaign seeking financial support to sustain her journey in Texas. The campaign's description underscored her unwavering spirit, emphasizing her resilience despite facing tribulations. Notably, she managed to obtain surgical approval, marking a significant stride in her progress.
And most of the pain and dizziness is gone, so Dr. Now was maybe right. And so I called him. Me and Mandy are at the clinic here in Ohio to see where my weight's at and how I'm doing. But like 4 or 5 weeks ago, I started feeling better and I can eat now and keep it down.
Look for a doctor in another area.
He insinuated he didn't even want to come to Houston so I can get the help I need. But I can already tell I'm still losing a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing where my weight's at now.
As filming for a second episode unfolded, Angie's persistence in the face of social media negativity and recurring criticism highlighted her unyielding spirit of her aspirations. Her story stands as a testament to the strength of the human spirit to overcome profound challenges and emerge resolute on the path to transformation. Number 4, Karina. In an episode of the TLC reality series My 600 Pound Life, a woman named Karina opens up about her struggles with morbid obesity, shedding light on the origins of her emotional connection with food. Karina recounts a challenging childhood marked by severe asthma, which required frequent hospital visits. During these challenging periods, Karina's parents were frequently absent due to their demanding work schedules, resulting in her yearning for attention and support. She reminisces about her hospital stays as a young child, recalling, she remembers looking over at her mom and observing her sitting there in tears, witnessing her during moments of suffering. Despite eventually gaining control over her asthma by the age of 5 or 6, Karina's family was financially strained due to her medical bills, leading her parents to work long hours to make ends meet. Karina's mother held 2 jobs, and her father's military commitments kept him away for extended periods. The absence of parental presence left a void in Karina's life, as she had grown accustomed to their attention during her illness. Karina candidly articulates how she found comfort in food, viewing it as a surrogate for the affection and attention she longed for. She discloses, during her younger years and hospital stays, she noticed that everyone directed their attention towards her. However, as time passed, it felt as if she faded into the background. Despite her wish for even a small dose of attention or a comforting hug, the busyness of those around her led her to seek solace in food as a substitute. Her emotional connection to food intensified as she continued to struggle with loneliness and stress. The absence of attention, combined with her comfort-seeking behavior, led to a pattern of overeating. Karina acknowledges that she was able to indulge in this habit without restraint because she felt unnoticed. By the age of 10, Karina estimates her weight had reached around 100 pounds. She candidly recounts her coping mechanism, admitting, "Before school and with my allowance, I would buy junk food, chips, soda, cookies, and cupcakes. Food was always there to comfort me no matter what." The emotional impact of her parents' absence deeply affects Karina's family as well. Her mother, Maria, wrestles with feelings of guilt, acknowledging the trade-off she made with work and family. Her father, Ezekiel, sympathetically reflects on the situation, sharing Maria's sentiment that perhaps her presence could have made a difference in Karina's journey. Karina's story serves as a poignant reminder of the complex interplay between emotional needs and coping mechanisms, offering insight into how early life experiences can shape relationships with food and contribute to long-term health challenges. Number 3. George Covington. George Covington, a 45-year-old kindergarten teacher hailing from Georgia, embarked on a transformative journey chronicled in the debut season of the TLC series Too Large. Weighing a staggering 680 pounds, George shared his determination to shed weight with the hopes of rekindling a romance with his ex-girlfriend Sincera. Reflecting on the demanding struggle he faced each day, George revealed, for him, every day constituted a mental battle. He never envisioned that this could potentially become his life. As a kindergarten teacher, George remained acutely conscious of his considerable size when juxtaposed with his young students because he teaches kindergarten and his weight probably equals that of 14 of his students combined. Though adored by his students, George's size prompted unease among parents with concerns that he might pose a risk to their children due to his weight. A lot of parents, they go to the front office and they complain about their kids being in my class, he shared. He recounted instances where parents questioned his ability to perform tasks and even wondered whether he might accidentally fall on the children. Recounting his life's trajectory, George disclosed that he had been grappling with weight issues since childhood. He vividly remembered being placed on diets even during preschool. He candidly acknowledged that his size evolved into a defining element of his identity, recounting, even during elementary and middle school, he didn't go by his name George. He was always referred to, "Hey, that big guy." Thus, his size consistently defined him. The repercussions of his weight transcended mere physical health, exerting a profound impact on his emotional well-being and interpersonal connections. A breakup during his high school years thrust him into a struggle with feelings of inadequacy, leading him to confide. It gave him a sense that his size rendered him unworthy and insufficient. In times of loneliness and sorrow, food assumed the role of a comforting refuge, providing solace. As George's weight increased, his mobility diminished, affecting his ability to engage fully with the students. The constraints he faced were apparent, as he openly admitted, upon entering the classroom each morning, he customarily remained stationed at his desk throughout the day due to his ability to walk for only about 10 feet before necessitating a pause for breath. His aspiration to engage actively in teaching and partake in activities alongside his students encountered impediments owing to his physical condition. George's pursuit of weight loss was not only motivated by personal desires, but by his family's concerns as well. Recognizing his precarious health situation, his younger brother Willie expressed their collective worry about George's well-being, stating, "When it comes to his health, we're terrified." Determined to make a change, George sought the expertise of bariatric surgeon Dr. Charles Proctor. His meeting with Dr. Proctor unveiled the necessity of significant weight loss for his health. To qualify for weight loss surgery, he was given a target to lose 75 pounds in 3 months. Overcoming challenges, George demonstrated dedication, although he fell short of the initial goal. During this journey, George's emotional struggles came to the forefront. His pursuit of Aunt Sarah and his internalized self-worth issues emerged as prominent themes. With the guidance of a bariatric psychologist, George gained insights into his patterns of seeking approval and the need to value himself. Ultimately, George's commitment paid off as he qualified for bariatric surgery. The procedure revealed additional health complications, but the hard work translated to a weight loss of 124 pounds, bringing his total weight down to 556 pounds. George's transformation extended beyond the physical realm as he found renewed confidence and a redefined sense of self-worth. The pursuit of Aunt Sarah shifted, with George embracing his own worth and envisioning a future filled with personal growth and new experiences. As he moved forward, George aimed to explore new horizons, lose more weight, and open his heart to the possibility of finding love once again. Number 2. Nikki. A 649-pound woman's inspiring weight loss journey captured the interest of famous weight loss expert Dr. Now, who was impressed by her remarkable achievement. It takes enormous fortitude to acknowledge and deal with a serious weight issue, but doing so while being closely watched on a reality television program calls for a different type of resolve and bravery. The people in My 600-Pound Life frequently find themselves in dire straits where their ability to survive hinges on getting help. Nikki Webster was one such person, and her transformation story stands out as one of the most amazing in the annals of the show.
A fast food restaurant.
When you get home, do you eat at home?
Yes, typically then I'll have dinner with my family. Expectations low because I still don't know if this has been enough to fix my heart. Going to see the doctor was more activity that I've had in a long time. A meal at a time, because if I think about it, I'll get totally overwhelmed. I'm just shocked to see that number because it's the highest I've ever weighed.
When Nikki was 33 years old and weighed roughly 650 pounds at the start of the 4th season of the show in 2016, her adventure began. She was also forbidden from seeing her nieces and nephews since her condition would upset them because her weight had gotten so out of control. Nikki's weight had a huge impact on every part of her life. She woke up every day in excruciating pain, and even simple things like washing herself were excruciating. She struggled to move, feeling imprisoned and frequently very uncomfortable. Since she was a little child, Nikki had struggled with being overweight and had tried numerous diets, but as soon as she stopped dieting, she would inevitably put on weight again, starting a terrible cycle. Nikki wanted to be the most attractive girl in school like every other teen, but it seemed like an impossible dream. Her emotional health deteriorated as a result of the teasing and ridiculing she endured because of her size, which made her turn to food as an escape. Nikki once said, "Food is one thing I have control over," bringing attention to her complicated connection with food. As Nikki grew older, her weight continued to rise, and she became enmeshed in an obesity cycle. She finally understood that she required expert assistance at this point. She weighed close to 600 pounds though, and found it quite difficult to change her life. Nikki was well aware that every pound she shed meant that she was reclaiming her life, but the process was difficult. There were a few strange and heartbreaking incidents that stuck out before Nikki's journey to Houston to meet with Dr. Now. Nikki was struggling to carry out simple activities at the time she was living with her parents. Even getting out of bed and washing herself were tough for her. The fact that her parents repeatedly gave her life-threatening meals throughout the day was equally upsetting. So that Nikki wouldn't have to exert herself by going downstairs, they even went so far as to install a stairlift in their home, allowing them to transport junk food upstairs. Nikki's circumstance became more complicated as a result of her parents' supporting actions. Nikki showed that she still had a strong work ethic because she was motivated to work at a theater in spite of the challenges she faced. However, her weight made it harder for her to carry out even the most fundamental job-related duties. The fact that her job stability was in jeopardy made her realize how urgently she needed to make drastic changes in her life. Knowing that her health would continue to rapidly deteriorate in the absence of action, she compared herself to a ticking time bomb. Nikki traveled to Houston to meet with Dr. Now after deciding to seek assistance. When Dr. Now questioned Nikki about her eating habits at their first meeting, it became clear that her parents were fueling her weight growth by constantly giving her too much food. There were issues with trust and enabling behaviors when the relationship between Dr. Now and Nikki's father grew strained. Dr. Now stressed the importance of Nikki's whole devotion to the advised diet plan and made it plain that these patterns needed to change for her to succeed. Nikki needed to shed 50 pounds in order to be a candidate for weight loss surgery.
But I have no doubt that this is something that I have to do.
Sometimes there's a fine line. It's not that complicated. If it's hurting her, it's enabling her.
I'm starting to be able to do more, and I feel like a fast food restaurant.
When you get home, do you eat at home?
Yes, typically then I'll have dinner with my family. I'm just shocked to see that number because it's the highest I've ever weighed.
With few options available, Nikki started the challenging task of adhering to the recommended diet plan. Nikki persisted despite the difficult road ahead, and she eventually got the go-ahead for the weight loss treatment. Nikki was able to reduce a stunning 130 pounds thanks to the operation and her steadfast commitment. But her trip wasn't over just yet. Number 1. Andrew. The commencement of its second season saw Skin Tight delving into the narrative of Andrew, eliciting a surge of curiosity among its fan base to scour the internet for post-weight loss and skin-tightening images of the featured individuals.
I was wearing a sports bra, and someone noticed. They were pointing, going, he's wearing a bra. I've worked very hard to get to this point, but when I look in the mirror, it's shocking to see how much skin is there. It feels awkward when I touch it. It feels kind of empty. I definitely don't feel normal. But the most upsetting thing about the extra skin is that I feel like I have a really good physique. I've worked very hard to get to this point, but when I look in the mirror, it's shocking to see how much skin is there.
Debuting as a companion show to the well-received My 600 Pound Life, Skin Tight unveils the aftermath of weight loss journeys. The following episode spotlighted Andrew, a 31-year-old who managed to shed nearly 300 pounds, having once reached a peak weight of 500 pounds. Employing a traditional approach of diet and exercise, Andrew triumphed over his weight struggles, a triumph that wasn't without its share of challenges. Andrew's weight had spiraled out of control following the birth of his daughter and the culmination of a tumultuous romantic relationship. Determined to regain control, he embarked on a journey fueled by dietary changes and physical activity. However, his substantial weight loss left him grappling with an excess of loose skin, a visual reminder of his former self. Despite his aspiration to compete in a natural bodybuilding competition, Andrew's ultimate desire was to seamlessly blend into his family and surroundings. Pictures from the Season 2 premiere of Skin Tight showcased a dramatic transformation in Andrew's appearance. Formerly morbidly obese, he had metamorphosized into a bodybuilder. Yet the struggle with loose skin persisted, prompting him to seek a solution to restore a sense of normalcy to his physique. The prospect of plastic surgery emerged as his only hope to address the issue. Recognizing the need for change, he courageously embarked on a transformative journey. Despite his commendable progress, Andrew's aspirations to conquer the realm of natural bodybuilding necessitated the expertise of a plastic surgeon to alleviate the burden of excess skin.
It's always been a dream of mine to compete in a natural bodybuilding competition, but extra skin have held me back. How far I've come, and I'm just so thankful for everyone that helped me get here.
He looks amazing.
I've done everything I can. Put so much effort into getting fit that it's just so painful to be left.
What the excess skin does to Andrew.
He hides it really well, but he's constantly yanking at it.
I've worked very hard to get to this point, but When I look in the mirror, it's shocking to see how much skin is there.
The resolute journey of Andrew exemplifies the multifaceted challenges and triumphs individuals face beyond weight loss, where the road to transformation encompasses both the physical and emotional dimensions of their lives. That's all for today's video, guys. See you all next time, and bye for now.